Hey, welcome. Let's talk family. And tonight we got a special show, special time, special night. Usually we do our Power Book 2 Ghost Season 2 review show on Mondays. However, because Power Book 2 Ghost and Power Book 4 Force both dropped today, and we're going to do Force tomorrow night, we decided to do Power Book 2 Ghost Season 2 Episode 10 season finale review show tonight. A very interesting episode. I'm gonna let my co-host run the show, and I'll add my sense. I know Dwayne. Dwayne. Take it away, sir.
Well, first spoiler alert, because we don't want to ruin it for anybody that wants to wait for 8 o'clock. So if you want to wait for 8 o'clock, don't watch.
Yeah,
But
we appreciate you watching us, but don't watch the playback.
yeah, don't watch if you because we don't want to see comments of you talking about we spoiling for everybody. So the spoiler alerts in effect. I really enjoyed the finale. I thought it was very well done. I like how they tied things together. Um, Again, if you haven't watched, if you're gonna watch, spoiler alert. Just gonna tell you real quick. You know, the people that died are the people that you kind of anticipated dying because
Hmm.
there's no more where they can go with those the storylines
Hmm.
for both gentlemen. I thought Tariq showed who he is in this episode. You know, he's still growing, but he showed who he is. Um, Braden held it down for his boy. I thought he was excellent. You know, I think Effie's doing a great job. Um, yeah, I thought it was good, man. I liked it a lot overall. Bringing Tasha back and Yaz being where she should have been from the start, in my opinion. She should have been with her mother from Jump Street.
Yeah, I don't know why we went through all that hula hoops the last 9, 10 episodes. Yeah, should have been with her from the door. I don't know where they do that at, where she would have left her adolescent child.
Mm, it would have never happened.
Yeah.
Um,
I think
Tamika,
that was the dumb storyline that Tasha didn't take Yaz with her.
yeah, should have happened from the beginning. Tamika's always there for Tariq, man. That's the one. That's the overriding theme I get with Tamika. She just always there to try to help him out and try to stay him down the right path. And Sax also helped out this time because I think Sax is starting to get a warm spot for Tariq, so to speak. So I thought it was really good, man. I really enjoyed it. I really did.
Keisha, you want to go?
So, action wise or whatever, action wise or whatever, I felt like it was a lot of action. Storylines, everybody ain't on the same page in the writing room. I I don't like the Yaz storyline. I didn't like the Mecca storyline. I didn't like that Mecca killed Zeke. I mean not Mecca killed Zeke. Lorenzo. Um Zeke and Mecca didn't have the same body type. He didn't check nothing. I didn't like that she didn't Monet didn't she checked on all her kids but Zeke. That didn't seem plausible. That didn't seem realistic. So it was just a lot of loose ends and stuff that I didn't like about the episode. But if you just gonna base it on action, I didn't like Tariq running around with the gun. Like when did he become a killer like this? Um, so I don't know. Maybe it's me. What you guys think?
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I was not impressed with the episode. I thought the episode was yeah, it did have action, but to me it was a little like, you know easy to figure out what was gonna happen and who was gonna die. Um, I think they did a I think they really destroyed Mecca's character with having him be this snitch. So you kind of knew that his ending was going to be the way it was. You know that Monet was going to have to be the one to kill him because you knew that he wasn't going to allow nobody else to get that close to him. I thought it was all over the place. I thought, why would they trust somebody to go get this bag? Would be Diana. If anything, they'd have trust Effie to go get the bag. Everybody knows that Diana was gonna look in the bag anyway, and it's like you looked in the bag, and because you looked in the bag and what you seen, you told your father, and your father continuously is in his feelings, rightfully so. He's a man that's hurt, so him and his feelings, he don't want and killed his wife's first son based off of that information because he never would have left the house if she would have been like, "Oh, the bag didn't have this, that, and the third, you know." So he was upset, and it's like one thing that I can see with Lorenzo. Lorenzo was a guy that took care of everything. I liked his character development throughout the whole season because he took care of everything, but he was so much in charge that he wasn't in charge anymore. And he in his character, you see that he battled not being in charge. I thought the Kane scene where Kane got all the way to the warehouse thinking he was going to kill his father. I think that was kind of crazy because he literally was seconds away from killing him, and I thought that was like dry. I mean, I think that hopefully going forward, we need to understand why he would have been so persuaded to kill his father. I don't care how much your mother tell you to do something. I think that's a little far fetched.
No,
I think that
he was
that
persuaded to kill his father. His whole thought process as far as killing his father changed when he found out Tariq killed his father. So he was like, "Yo, if that Joker did it, I could do it." So that's
I
that's
think
when that's when it
even
changed.
even in that aspect, I don't like the fact that Tariq is telling people that he killed his father. I think that's weird. That
Well, I just think he telling people that he knows he killed his father. Like the whole time, the family know he killed his father because Monet know. So you know
I
what I
don't
mean?
think I don't think that Monet should have told anybody. I think him them knowing that is kind of crazy. I just think that the
That
episode
makes
was
Kane jealous because Tariq did
well. The
something
thing
that he
That's
couldn't
what I'm
do.
saying.
the thing about the Kane thing is that Monet has a affection for Tariq that you could see that's natural. I guess in the writing they decided to do it that way. That she feels like she's close to Tariq, which is interesting because they I think in a theory wise they could have went down a different road with that. And I don't
It's
want to
like
talk about
Tariq. Well, remember Tariq said he's her most loyal child or something in season one.
Mm-hmm.
He the child she could trust the most or something to that extent.
Along
Y'all
those
remember that?
yeah.
along those
I just
lines.
think that one of the biggest things of me is I'm starting to realize that I be criticizing the actors, and sometimes it's not the actors; it may just be the writers. The actors are doing a good job. It's
I
just
don't
that
think it's the actors at all. I think that they're doing even Zeke. I think Zeke is playing like that whole Zeke storyline. I did not like. He would have called his mother, his auntie that raised him. When Dante originally came to him, the first thing he said was, "I got to go see my mother because I need to figure this out." So, and I didn't like the fact that none of his cousins called him to find out what was going on. They were raised as siblings. Anybody who had first cousins and know how close that relationship is, especially if it's like a family house and you living in a house together, it's no way that they wouldn't have
knowing where
reached
Zeke
out
was
to
at
him.
first.
Yeah, they would have reached out to him.
Shonda
Um,
said, Shonda said, hold up, Keisha. She said, I don't think Kane killing Lorenzo was far fetched because he wants to be number one across the board and to constantly be passed over and kept out the loop, which makes him jealous. He's already a hothead, so it doesn't take much to push him over the edge, especially knowing that Tariq killed his father. That was the icing on the cake. Oh,
Absolutely.
one of the things that me and Dwayne discussed earlier is I do like the scene where Tariq and Kane was in the car in the Range Rover, and Tariq had to tell him like, "Yo, why are you always on me?" I thought that was a good scene because he always is suspect of Tariq. It is no reason that they gave us why.
Cause he jealous of him. He know
I
that
agree. It's jealousy.
Tariq gets more respect from his mother than she gives to him. So that's what it is. He like, yo, mom, why you always trusting this Joker over me? So that's where the envy comes in from it. Like they wouldn't have used Effie to take the bag because Lorenzo and Monet gonna be like, yo, who this? We ain't using her in this plan. It gotta be our kids. And once again, Diana and her actions caused somebody to get taken out because she was gonna look in the bag. No matter how
I'm
many people
sick of
talk about it.
Diana.
I'm sick of it too.
One of the things is for everybody in the chat. Dwayne had a theory last year, and I believe Dwayne's theory, and it did come out to be true. But it's like they did a double back this season. Dwayne had mentioned that last season and last season finale of last season was like the ending of the St. Patrick's of the show, and it's like they left a lot on the table, and it's like they did it again, and it's like okay, now we'll probably never see Tasha come back. Definitely while she's doing that other show, the actress, the Tory. So we'll probably never see Tasha and Yaz. Now we'll see Tariq more involved with the Tejadas because really the show is about the Tejadas right now.
Well, Quentin, talk about my theory that it's about that Monet is ghost.
Yeah, that Monet, Keisha's theory has always been if you look at what the ghost character was a person
Who
that's
is this?
conflicted. And all season long, we saw how Monet was the conflicted character in the show. So it does kind of add up that that's what makes the person who is basically ghost plays a conflicted character.
Yeah, and
Hey,
with her love life.
Anthony, you don't want to see it because we talking about it. So I appreciate you being here, but if you ain't see the episode, bro, you probably don't want to listen to us because we giving
Yeah, that's
spoilers,
what
man. So
spoiler.
we really appreciate you watching us, but watch the episode before you watch
Yeah,
this because
don't do it, bro.
we're talking about the show. We all seen it already.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil it for you, man. Listen, for anybody that we love the support, but we're doing this earlier. You know, I go with the man that with the master plan, so I went with him on doing it. But yeah, if you ain't see it and we sitting here talking, don't blame us, man.
Yeah, we don't. We want y'all to watch the show first. We all seen it in the depths of the. Me and Keisha saw it in the depths of the night, arguing with each other.
Yeah, I saw six.
Yeah,
I
you
Oh,
saw
know,
all right,
six.
men
Anthony, I
don't like to
appreciate
be
that.
wrong.
Anthony, sometimes when I get them, I put it's funny. I put clips for spoiler clips, right, on the YouTube channel, and I realized something. I don't like clips no more. Like I'm really starting to be bothered with seeing it before I actually watch it. So this is what we trying to stop everybody from doing. We appreciate you here, but if you want to stay, you more than welcome to stay. Ain't nobody gonna tell you to leave.
Mm.
But like I said, you guys, I like and I really and I Dwayne, I told Keisha something. I really appreciate what Courtney Kemp has done the last 2 years, well, this year, and then prior to that with the talk after the show, and what she does every Tuesday with the audience. And I hope that the writers that's coming behind her, whoever's the showrunner, decides to do that again. They're getting the showrunner from Empire, which is going to be interesting. And Courtney's going to Netflix. She's leaving the Lionsgate Stars family.
Are we gonna
Um,
have Empire type episodes? I hope not.
You don't want the like theater
Tyrone
like
said I didn't like that
but
the DEA lady knew a high power rat like Mecca when she was only detective. Yeah, she lost her
facts.
job with New York Police
Facts.
Department. Sachs got her fired.
Facts. Ty is right. Tyrone
And
right
now
about
she in
Yeah,
the
Tyrone
DEA.
hit that on the head.
Tyrone
Now,
right
now all of a
about that.
sudden, like,
Because it
and
bothered me too.
and Dwayne, the funniest thing is that Courtney said something very key in her last live. You guys could check this on the YouTube channel. Um, Courtney said we're doing stuff in real time. So if you're doing stuff in real time, just a minute ago, Two Bit was telling Blanca to get that eye checked out. Then she lost her job in season one of Ghost, Powerbook 2 Ghost. And then all of a sudden she a DEA agent.
I don't
And
want to
she
hear
knew and she
Blanca's
knew who Mecca
voice,
was? And
but
she knew who Mecca was? Like she was
Blanca's
in charge of a
voice
high
is
powered rat.
irritating.
I think
Listen,
that
her
I
voice
think
is better than Tamika's. Tamika voice the one that get me.
one of the biggest issues is, and I was Keisha, I was telling Dwayne prior to us coming on, before you got on, is and I'll discuss it tomorrow with some of the feedback I had got about Force, is a lot of times character development in some of these shows is a little shaky. Blanca's character development, you show Blanca, you show her for like five, 6 episodes towards the end of you show her she's in the last 2 seasons of Power.
Yeah, she's a regular.
You show her with her girlfriend, then you just stop showing her. Like I just don't understand
I'm
how they
not
do
mad
that.
that they stopped showing her. I don't like the Blanca character. And I don't want us to go into now we having a court scene every year.
Yeah,
Every year
I'm
they
tired of
bring
that
it to
too.
Tariq to court. I'm sick of it.
Do y'all realize in 2 years, Stansfield that had 5 people affiliated with that college that done been killed? Like that's too much. That's too much. That's too
But the
much.
college is still gonna play a part.
I wouldn't mind seeing light skinned Keisha. I'm a big light skinned Keisha fan. I think the young lady she's very talented, decent singer. She brought herself up, and I think if you give her more of the role in the classroom, she's funny as hell. Her dry ghetto self, but I kind of like her character a little bit. But like I said, I wasn't really impressed with the episode, but I'm not gonna give it a low rating. I'm gonna tell y'all my rating in a minute. It's not as bad as I just expected more. Like,
I'm in the minority on this session because I really enjoyed it, man. I went into it and I said to myself, don't be too critical of it. Um, so I went in with an
mm,
open mind, not a critical mind. So, like I said, it was pretty good, man. It kept me interested for the whole hour and 10 minutes. Like it kept me interested. Like
I
Kane
didn't hate it.
Kane coming back and saving Drew. So you kind of fix their relationship, get their relationship back on track. And as far as Lorenzo, he felt like he needed to be the one to kill Mecca. So that's why when he got that information from Diana, he was like, nah, man, I'm the head of this family. I'm the one that's supposed to be taking him out. So I'm thinking he's so full of rage, he ain't even considering that their body types is not the same. Like he saw a car and he considered that was a car that Mecca would be driving. Like,
Lorenzo stuck in the 90s.
because Mecca gave Zeke that car. You know what I mean? So they set that whole thing up early by him giving them the car, you know. Um, yeah, so he just wants to be, he thinks he's the one that should have killed Mecca, not Monet. You know what I mean? And it's a little sad moment for me these last couple of episodes, to be honest. Cause my boy ain't as thorough as I thought he was, man. I thought Kane was just a straight killer, man. And Kane thinks stuff. He don't just react. Like you said, he had a chance to drop his father in that warehouse, and he hesitated on it. You
I
know
He
like
what I
the
loved
mean?
his father. I don't
I
like
do
that part.
I like and also believe it or not, you guys, I did like the part where he went back and saved Drew, and Drew was about to dust old boy, and he was like, "Nah, not
Nah,
right here," because he
not right.
thought about killing somebody at that school
Yeah.
and the repercussions. And it's good for the character. I mean, Woody McLean is a very good actor. And you see the character development in him. So it's going to be interesting. Looking forward to season 3
Yeah.
or where they're
One of
going
the
to go with
things,
Kane.
one of the things they did though, um, they made it so that we can't take Diana seriously. Like they made her character like,
But
yo, she young.
Dwayne, like I told Keisha, she's nothing but a little Monet. She's a compulsive liar.
No, I understand, but what I'm saying is, they all know she gonna do what she want to do. She gonna
Let me tell you
be
though,
in everybody's business, like
I'm a little sister, right? Little sisters is messy and in everybody's business. So her
Yeah,
character is true to form. It's just that the father, um, he's stupid. I mean, I know he institutionalized, but he wasn't supposed to react to that information immediately the way that he reacted to that
I
information.
don't. Hey, Shonda, I know you asked. Do you think that Lorenzo would have killed Monet. No, I think Lorenzo was going when he went to the car to double check. He was going to go get his wife. I think that Lorenzo, when the scene where they show Lorenzo showed up at the bar, I think that was more like, we got to air some stuff out because, as Lorenzo said, one of the key things he said 2 episodes ago about Monet, he said you always 3 step ahead of everybody, and he even trying to say that to his daughter. But at the end of the day, he has a conflict that's going on that he's used to being in charge. I guess she's always been the one that see things through, but he's always been more of like a Kane person, like just off the whim, he just liable to do something that's kind of crazy. Keisha, I want to bring you back to what you just said about Diana being the youngest, right? And the little sister. One thing that bothered you, and I know that Dwayne brought it up to me over the phone, was you didn't like the way that Monet treats her daughter. Like she always little girl in her. Now you see why.
Yeah, you see why, but I don't know. I don't appreciate it
One thing,
because
one thing I
that
will say. Oh, my bad. Go ahead, Keisha.
go
Anthony
ahead,
said,
Dwayne.
"Oh,
Finish. Go
Dwayne will
ahead.
like this one." Anthony, he
What?
said, "I always thought Kane was the black version of Tommy." Just asking, did they make Zeke to be that dumb? They
Well,
had to.
Zeke. Yeah,
Yeah, they had
Zeke
to.
is Zeke. Zeke is Zeke. But like, listen, we
Anthony,
always
go buy
say,
Zeke's album.
yeah, we always say about the other show that we review, The Shy, that they don't put black males in a positive light. The Power Universe is nothing but bad black mothers. Or just bad mothers in general. I shouldn't
Yeah,
say just black because
yeah,
Tommy
yeah,
mother's terrible.
yeah.
Tasha's
Rock,
terrible.
Rock is terrible.
Rock is terrible. Monet is terrible. Like they making all these mothers like terrible mothers, man.
Even Tasha Mother terrible.
Yeah, they
Got,
made her into a drunk.
got poor Angie looking crazy.
Don't forget Tommy mother.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Kate Egan. They got
Tyrone
all the
said, and I
mothers
think
like crazy.
Tariq asking Sax about Dante is going to come back on him. Oh, it's definitely going to come back on him because
Yeah.
Sax got diarrhea of the mouth, and he's going to tell Blanca like, yeah, he asked him. But one thing about Tariq, I'm going to tell y'all, Tariq is very calculated with his alibis. The gunshot went off. Yeah, he was in the elevator. They was there, but Tariq is very calculated about his movements. He knows where those cameras be at, and he does not avoid when he gets seen. So, um, I think
Yeah.
that I really like the fact that when Braden came in the courtroom, Tariq didn't know. I think that part of the suspense was great. I think the Braden character going forward, it could be interesting because now he's not on the campus. So
You know the
now,
funny.
but
You know.
they got to bring Braden back. They got to bring him around. Braden's Tariq Ryder. I'm upset that Tariq put him in a position with that picture, but as Braden say, listen, man, whatever we got going on, we'll deal with it. And I
Yeah,
thought
like
that
Tariq.
if you ever been around, and I know Keisha, me and you talk about this a lot. Me and Dwayne, we've been friends since 6th grade. But if you ever been around of somebody that you're friends with from the opposite race, they're loyal. If a lot of times people be like, "Man, I never been around a white boy that never been like down with you like that." Well, if you grew up around white people or opposite race, you'll be like, "Yo, they really down, yo."
Let me tell you, I just want to bring it back to two things. I think that Diana feels ignored, and that's why she's acting out. Because and her mother treats her horrible. As far as Brayden, I feel like Brayden is the truth. I really like Brayden. I really like Brayden's character, and I know people like if you grow up in a multicultural type environment, you know people like Brayden. We
Hmm.
know people like Brayden, and you know when you grow up in those type of environments, when a Caucasian likes you, they down for you. They down for whatever. Now they might not be down for Black Lives Matter or what they see on TV, but if they got you individually, they do have you. So I appreciate that Brayton is that type of way, like the type of white people that I know and grew up with.
My cousin Marshall said Tariq doing too much right now. He's calculated, but it's catching up to him fast. Stuff that he covered up is coming back to life. Yeah, one of the things that I do think Tariq did with this season, opposed to season one, is Tariq developed an ability to trust certain people, to establish his circle. I think that what he's going to do is going forward in his development is they're going to show where he continues to get leverage on everybody so he could use it to the best of his ability.
Listen, Tariq got the hottest. Tariq got the Tejadas on the run, bro. Like he even said it to Drew. Yeah, she could put the bag where y'all stole my drugs from.
Yeah, messed him
And then
up. He's Drew was like, "Oh, let's talk about." He's like, "No, don't worry about that." Tariq was telling him, "Look," he said to Lorenzo, he said, "You stole my drug." Why did Lorenzo say to him, "You had it coming"? That was weird.
yeah, yeah,
Like Lorenzo, I'm the reason why your family been eating. Like you got it twisted.
yeah.
They couldn't do nothing in Queens. I had course correct
Listen,
going on,
ain't nothing
and
going on for those Tejadas without Tariq, man.
yeah. Anthony brought up a question, Dwayne. I want you to take this question. He said, "Will we see more of Redman in the next season? If not, what was the point of seeing him in jail?"
Well, that's a good question, Anthony, because I don't know. Because again, you ain't. It's kind of tough, man, because you ain't see this episode, and now you're gonna have me spoil something for you that I really don't want to spoil for you. But anyway, you here, so I'm gonna say it. The scene where he said to Davis, the report from the doctor ain't good.
Didn't I tell y'all he looked like he was dying?
Yeah, he was like, the report from the doctor ain't good. So why go through that whole storyline if you're gonna wind off killing him off? Because he ain't gonna make it through all of next season, season 3. And why they gonna get him out of jail to die? He was like, I'd rather die in here than have you in here. You see what I'm saying?
Nah, nah, Marshall. Mecca, Mecca, and Monet grew up in Brooklyn. Ghost and Tommy grew up in Queens.
Yeah,
Courtney cleared it up in her last live.
yeah. She
But
was like that.
one of the things I hope they do with the Redman thing is if you look at what's going on with Power, and make sure you guys see tonight's episode if you didn't see it. We're not trying to spoil it for y'all. We prefer y'all to watch the episode before we talk about it, but you're here. The thing that Power's doing, if you look at how they're setting it up, is Lorenz Tate, Councilman Tate, on the show. He's gonna have a show, another spinoff. It's gonna be called Influence, and they're gonna show how, I guess, people use their influence to get what they want. He's gonna be the main character. They can actually take Method Man's character and use that in the show, as because what the Method Man is doing is Sax is basically the reason why his brother is in jail, and that Sax said it. Yo, that dude's totally innocent. That's what he said. So now Method has been playing Sax the whole time, thinking he got Sax thinking that he's his partner or an associate just to get Sax to work on that case, because Method doesn't want to work on that case because he did the actual crime. He said it. He did the actual crime. So they're really setting it up nice for the spinoff for Influence. I personally don't think that they're going to have Influence until after season 3 of
Well, let's
Power Book
talk
2.
about the Tate brothers because I didn't like that. His brother was supposed to punch him in his face, and he done lost his job and made him look crazy. I didn't like any of that.
Yeah. Mecca's character, I mean, Redman's character does give Davis Carra backstory. Davis got a lot going on. We know that he's married. We know that he's promiscuous with Paula. Even with them, like like
With
Dwayne,
Paula, he's with everybody.
with
He was with
everybody.
Professor
Even
Bilger.
even
Listen,
even
I
with
think you have enough background on Davis. He's a shady ass lawyer, man, and a womanizer. Like the Red Man character, okay, his brother's doing time for a crime he committed, but it's just a throwaway because how many episodes was the Red Man character really on? You
3.
know what I mean?
Yeah, it wasn't that many.
I wanted to see more of Sax this year. Sax was an integral part of Power. You know what I mean? And this year they had him as a sidekick. Then they had old girl feeling him. Then she wasn't feeling him. Now he ready to put his career on the line for her, so she feeling him again.
And they kissed in the
Like,
mouth.
yeah. And think about it. This is the first episode that they mentioned Sack's niece to him. And she was such a key part of
Last year.
Powerbook 2 season 1 last year. And they waited to the last episode to really even bring her up. You know? They showed you a lot of the behind the scenes with Sack and his family last year, with them all calling them Nancy and everything. And then you ain't see none of that this season. So, you know, but now you eliminate Mecca, you eliminate Zeke, you eliminate Lauren. So that just moves them all out of there.
Tate's brother lost his job.
Right. They're basically setting it up. If you follow, they basically setting it up. Effie probably gonna be at Stansfield next year. She gonna move from Yale to Stansfield because she talking about the ride to New Haven. And Tariq was like, "Yo, you might as well be here." So,
Anthony,
you know,
they did that. They did that with Mecca because Mecca is basically the piece on Mecca is how if you look at this next episode, Sax and Tariq have a conversation, and Sax tells Tariq the only reason we even knew who your father was is because of Mecca.
mm-hmm.
That Mecca was a snitch on Lobos and on the Jimenez cartel. So even though we didn't see him in none of the episodes, they're saying that he was basically one of Lobos's guys and he was telling on everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So this scene is basically a confirmation for Tariq to be like, well, I don't feel bad for getting you killed. So because he looked like, okay, like, when he said it. So that's all that is. Keisha, you got any more thoughts?
I don't
Quiet
know.
tonight.
I'm not. I'm hoping that I'm listening. I'm hoping that it's better next year, like the writing. Like I'm with Dwayne. I don't have a low rating for it if I'm just watching it for entertainment. But if I'm watching it because I'm invested in the storylines, I'm not really feeling the storylines. I don't understand why Tasha didn't have Yas with her. If you and Tommy's allegedly dead, so why is she even in witness protection? Um, I didn't like the Tate brother story. I don't think we know enough about Redman. What is Method Man's name? Method Man and his brother. Um, I did appreciate though Bray, and I really like Bray, and I really like Effie. What happened to Two Bit? Like it's a lot of little things that I'm not like really appreciating, but
well,
I am invested and I like what's going on.
well, we know what
Un-
happened to Two Bit. He broke
unfortunately,
up. He broke up with Courtney Kemp in real life. She
un-
wrote
un-
him up out of that show.
unfortunately, sometimes some of these rumors that we be hearing behind the scenes with the film and the power and their personal lives, unfortunately, some of these rumors might be true. So we'll just say allegedly to Dwayne's last statement because
You
we don't
know,
need to be.
allegedly.
No, Dwayne. I don't need to be Tasha Cage, man.
Well, listen. All I'm saying is this: she went on her show Tuesday talking about Lorenz Tate is her date reviewer, telling her don't deal with this one,
Yeah.
don't deal with that one. So she let the whole world know she's single.
So we asking everybody to give us your rating. We're gonna give our rating. Anthony, we don't know. We're gonna talk about Force tomorrow. We don't want to get into your question out here. I ain't gonna put it up there, but I see it. But we don't want to discuss Force until tomorrow and give our thoughts on Force tomorrow at 8 o'clock. At 8:30. And I'm gonna give my rating first. I'm gonna give it a 7, you guys. I'm gonna give it a 7. It closed a good season. Like, one of the things that I'm realizing about Power is a lot of fans don't have patience. If you go back to the original Power, season 1 was dry. I mean, it was really dry. And then the 10th episode of season 1, you saw 50. And that was it. And then it went to season 2. So I want everybody to be have a little. I'm learning to have a little patience with Power Book 2 Ghost, and we'll discuss that Force tomorrow. But I'm giving it a 7. Nicole gave it a 7.5.
I give it a 7.
Tyrone, that's what you giving it? A shit. Oh no, I see what you said that for. We'll talk about Force tomorrow, Tyrone. Shonda said 7.5. I think they left enough open endings to explore next season. Oh, definitely. Definitely. Tyrone giving it a 6. Keisha, you said a 7.
Yes.
D.
I'm giving it a 9.5, man.
Ding,
I'm
ding,
giving it a
ding, 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 ding.
9.5. Only reason I didn't give it a 10. Only reason I didn't. A couple of factors as to
Dwayne has given it a 9.5. Wait 1 second, Wayne. Before you explain it, there's only been one 9.5, and I gave it for episode 5.
No, I gave
Dwayne,
a 10 out this year.
oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh,
I gave a 10 out this year.
okay. My bad. I missed that. My bad, brother.
I gave it 10 to episode 8.
Okay.
Only reason
Okay.
I didn't give it a 10 is because the whole Yaz storyline. We knew she should have been with Tasha from the beginning. Listen, man, like you got to think about some of the things that they set up for season 3, right? What's going to be the dynamics when Monet find out that Lorenzo's the one that killed her son? The kid that she really tried to nurture this whole time. Like, she was loving on Zeke more than her other kids.
Do y'all
So,
think they should make Monet
Well,
Ghost's Mr. Sister?
spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Her sister's gonna be in the season. The one who raised him.
okay. Well,
So
anyway.
that's a whole like Dwayne. That's a dynamic that you said that, because she's probably gonna blame Monet like you killed him. He
She
came up here with
should.
you
She
and your
should.
family, and y'all killed him.
Mm.
So that's a whole dynamic we're going into Monet's background a little bit more.
And is Lorenzo going to be like, look, Mo, I thought it was that Joker killed him. No, he ain't going to do that shit. Like, but you saw it all
Dwayne,
on.
did you see his face at the dinner table?
Well, I'm saying.
He was looking guilty as hell.
Now listen, y'all
I have to ask you this, Dwayne.
Oh,
Dwayne,
real quick,
I have
real
to.
quick.
Why they at the dinner table with jackets on, Dwayne?
But listen, real quick. Y'all ain't catch the dramatic pause at the dinner table when they showed the empty chair.
Yeah.
They showed the empty chair for y'all. That was Zeke's chair.
I know Sean. I know my cousin Sean caught it. They was at the dinner table. All of them had on jackets.
Listen, man. I enjoyed it.
Oh, it's gonna be Diana who spilled the beans. Of course.
Of course.
Diana's gonna be like, Poppy left. Poppy left when I told him I looked in the bag.
And Drew gonna be like, really die? Really die? You looked at it. Yeah. She was who you thought she was. She was.
I'm gonna ask you a question. Dwayne, was you shocked? Like, yo, Tariq was like, I like the fact that Tariq kept telling everybody, like, I'm out. Yeah. And then when he didn't get the money from Mecca, he had to be like, I'm stuck with y'all now.
I'm stuck with y'all.
But y'all didn't answer my question. Y'all don't think it would be good for Monet to be Ghost's brother?
Well, Keisha, I don't see the connection. I thought that theory would have been great. But until Courtney said that they grew up in Jamaica and they grew up in Brooklyn, it got dispelled. And then, like, the sex thing between him and Diana, Monet would have been a little bit more like, no. Right, and she probably would have told, like, look, your father, I'm your aunt. Like, I think that would have came out by now. But I think that would have really been a good theory, though, Keisha. That would have been nice.
And I think she would have played Tariq differently if she knew that Tariq was her nephew. You know what I mean? So I don't think they could have went down that road.
But it still goes back to Dwayne. Outside of Mecca, nobody ever says he's Ghost son. They always say he was James St.
Because a lot of
Patrickson.
people didn't know who Ghost was. That's
Yeah,
why. It's not
yeah.
But
surprising.
how is that possible if you in the street?
But Keisha, think about Jamaica and Brooklyn now. They're literally on two different sides of New York. And it's possible. Now, I know what you're saying. We know people by their real name and their street names, and you know of people who are like, yo, that's such and such from across town. So I think this is where some of the people that writers
And you
don't
saw
deal
my
with the
man.
reality.
You saw what my man said in the scene. Drew was like, "Oh, you turned your back on my father." He was like, "I'd rather be with the connect than the distro. I'd rather be with the connect than
When
the
he said it,
distro."
Dwayne, when he said it, I just put my head down. One of the things that I'm upset about is that the fan theory, and the theory of who was going to be in this episode was not Tasha. Nobody thought Tasha would be in the episode. I think everybody thought it would be Cristobal or Two Bit.
No, you know who I thought it was going to be, and she wound up being back. I thought it was going to be Blanca.
Okay,
I just had a feeling they was going to bring her back. Now, I didn't think they was going to bring her back as a DEA agent. And if everything, like Courtney said last week, everything's in real time, well, that's bullshit. Because Blanca was a New York City detective. She wasn't with the DEA. And if Mecca is the one that gave up Ghost, Blanca was still a New York City detective at that point.
so how was she Mecca's handler?
Couldn't have been.
Yeah,
Couldn't have
yeah,
been.
a little far fetched.
And
But
we just taking Courtney at what she said in her own show. You know what I mean?
Keisha, anything you looking forward to for going into next year?
Better writing.
Any
That's what I'm
storyline?
like.
Any storyline you think they should entertain?
I want to see what Braden is going to be doing off the campus.
Yeah, I don't think they should have blew up Course
And I
Correct.
want to see what's going to happen with Effie because Tariq is going to figure it out that they killed Lauren. Tariq is going to figure that out.
Mm.
But I think he gonna forgive Effie because he gonna know it's part of the game. Because Tariq, like, listen, Tariq, we must say this now, people. We gotta stop looking at little Tariq. Tariq's a killer now, man. He didn't kill his father. He didn't kill Professor Reynolds. He killed that crew with Kane. He's a killer now. So yeah, it's realistic to see Tariq with a gun shooting cats. He a killer.
I
Say
look
his
for
first
I,
kill.
Not
I look
running through
for
that hangar, Dwayne. That wasn't realistic. That
He's
gun
a
was bigger than
killer.
him.
that
He's a
that
killer.
that
He's
that
a
4-5
killer.
almost broke his wrist.
He's a
But
killer.
I look forward to let's find out more about Effie. I think that I one thing I hope that the writers do not do. I do not want no investigation, a court case. If you're going to investigate somebody, investigate the Tejadas. Just leave Tariq out of it. I don't want to see Tariq in court. Really, when you think about it, I mean, Davis McLean actually, his character really serves no purpose unless he's representing Tariq. So I think they're
He
gonna
gonna
have to
be an
write.
influence. He
I
gonna
think
be
they're
an
gonna have to
influence.
write him somewhere
I want to
in
see
there.
Sex die.
Damn,
Sax. I think I'm getting kind of tired of Sax, but he
not
serves a
me. I
purpose because
love
he
her. I
can't
love
get right.
I love Sax. Sax my man. He funny to me.
Sex should have been dead in the original Power.
Shonda says Kane was supposed to be set up to be the new Mecca, so I'm interested to see how things progress with him as the head. Well, he's not going to be the head because if you
Mm-mm.
notice when they killed his guys, it was a lot of drugs in that warehouse, and that is what Lorenzo cares about. Lorenzo don't
Yeah.
care about nothing and nobody. He cares about being on top with
Listen,
Drew by his side.
Lorenzo setting it up for his family to be the Drew to replace him, and
I
Kane
think
gonna be the
Tamika
muscle.
Washington needs to go. Tamika Washington serves no purpose in this show.
No, she did what she was supposed to do. She got Yaz to Tasha. She served her role.
Yeah.
I
Listen,
hear her voice as well. I don't want Blanca there for a long time.
I just don't like that they blew up Course Correct. I think they should have kept that viable, but they blew it up. They blew it up with Brayton saying he was the mastermind of it and all that stuff. So they blew that up.
Thank you, Kill Sacks and Tate. They're not going to kill Tate.
Tate
Lorenz
ain't
Tate is
gonna
not.
be on next year.
Tate
He's
Tate
now
Tate.
going to his other show.
If Tate is in season 3, it'd be very sparingly because they're setting it up for him to have that spinoff influence. So
Mm-hmm.
he's not going to be in there. Sacks
And I think
is
Davis
going.
McLean. I think Davis McLean going with him, and you may see him in little episodes of Power Book 3. But I think they're gonna send McLean over the influence.
And Sachs is going to try to get dirt on the Tejadas, Tariq, and McLean. So Sachs is going to get himself doing Sachs stuff. So he
I
may
think
get killed.
Sachs is done. I think Sachs is done going after Tariq. I really think he has a soft spot for Tariq. Look, he helped Tariq get Yaz back to the mother with the help of Tamika. So I think Sachs finally sees
Because
Tariq
it
as
calls
just,
Sachs messy boots.
yeah. I think Sachs has a soft spot for Tariq now. So I don't think he's gonna be going after him that hard. I think Sachs is gonna help her go after Davis. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? I think that's who they're gonna turn their eyes on.
Yeah, yeah. Well, with that, Dwayne, what are you looking forward to?
I'm just looking forward to more and more hits, man.
Okay.
So
Well,
no,
tonight,
but I'm looking forward to seeing how like this season didn't give me what I thought it was gonna give me as far as after season 1 where I said Tariq's family died and now he's part of his new family. But they still spent a whole lot on Tariq's old family in season 2. So now that he know I gotta really be down with these people because I can't get out the game, I want to see the Tejadas build their empire, so to speak. You got the Empire writer coming. I want to see them build their empire now. Everybody's out of their way. Mecca's out of their way. They took out the other crew. So this is them now. So I want to see how them and Tariq, how it's all going to work. How it's going
But
to work with
do you
Kane.
think they're gonna be in their own way because Lorenzo killed Zeke?
Do I think what? I'm sorry.
They're gonna be in their own way because Lorenzo killed Zeke.
Hell yeah, they all messy. Drew in love with Everett. Diana don't serve. She just all over the place. Monet gonna be distraught over Zeke. Lorenzo don't know how to lead because he been in jail too damn long. Kane gonna feel like he ain't respected. He gonna think they giving Tariq too much responsibilities. He's still gonna be jealous. They're a happy mess. So you're
with
gonna
that,
see a very
Dwayne,
messy family.
Dwayne has literally summed up what we can expect. Expect more mess from the Tejadas. With that, really appreciate you guys for joining us this season with Power Book 2, Season 2, Ghost. And tomorrow night we will begin our review of Power Book 4, Force. Really appreciate you guys. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel because it's things that I put on YouTube in what they call the community section. And you'll get an alert if I put it in the community section. So it's different articles and stuff that I may not put in the Facebook groups that go to the community section. And one thing about supporting what we're doing is when you subscribe on YouTube or you like on Facebook is you trigger what we call the algorithm. And this is how it suggests your content. This is how the channel can get big. So this is what we encourage everybody to do to like, share, subscribe. If you're not need a YouTube link, it's in the description on all the pages on Facebook. Go ahead, Dwayne.
Okay, Google accounts are free, people. Help us, man. And tell a friend, tell a friend. Set up a Google account. They free. And then go and like and subscribe on YouTube, man. Come on, man. I'm tired of it at this point.
Yeah, we all could do without the ever scenes.
Don't
Everybody
nobody.
turns their heads to fast forward.
I fast forward through that shit.
Hey Anthony, I don't know what page you watching the broadcast from. If you watching it in Let's Talk on the page, I'll send you the link, Anthony. Anthony, I'll send you a link. I'll send you the link personally. I hit you on Messenger right
I
now.
don't want no sex love scenes either. I don't want to see Sack's ghostly white self in the
So
bed with
so
nobody.
with that, everybody take care and make sure you
Hey,
guys join
watch
in tomorrow
Force.
night.
Watch Force. I'm gonna be all over
Watch
it.
Force, and we're gonna talk about that tomorrow night, episode 1.